Well, it has been another great result for the year. And how are we doing it? Well, I think one of the great things is our strategy hasn't changed. So our people understand what our strategy is and everybody's doing their job. They know what they need to do. And this year, everybody has gone for their own personal best again. And the total of all that has meant that we've had a record year. Well, the highlights, I think, obviously start with the brand consideration. I mean, the consideration for ANZ brand has never been higher. We're the highest of the big four banks, and that's a real achievement, and we still see that growing. Staff engagement, we came in at a record high, and one of the highest numbers in the ANZ group, something that we should be really proud of here in New Zealand. And then some of the things we've done in the community, continuing to build our staff foundation. So more people signing up for that means more money that we can give out to local communities. All of these things really help make ANZ part of New Zealand. Our mortgage growth's been fantastic. We're number one in every city across New Zealand, so keeping that momentum going is really important for us. But our deposits have also been up. We've had record deposit growth, and we need that, otherwise we can't fund the lending growth. So those two things have grown. I think lending's up 8%, deposits up 11%, and that's led to our overall profit before provisions number being up 9% if we take out some of the one-offs from the previous year. So really strong growth. Yeah, I think there will be some headwinds next year, although it's fair to say there always seem to be some. And next year, I think probably in New Zealand things might not be as buoyant as what we've had. Christchurch is starting to stabilise in terms of the building activity. There's still a lot of activity going on in Auckland. And New Zealand has now signed the TPP, so I think that opens up new opportunities. So look, I think, as always, we'll tread carefully into next year, and we won't be overconfident about what we've got ahead. We just need to stick to our job, to be focused on what our contribution has to be, and then I think we can get through the year with a solid result. The rural environment is an interesting one. Obviously, we are monitoring it very closely. We have a lot of customers today that we had in the last downturn, and we helped them through last time, and it's our goal to help them through again. Obviously, around the edges, there's always one or two that just, no matter how hard you try, they're not going to make it through. And when that happens, we have to deal with them in the most compassionate way we can. But by and large, I think our dairy book is in pretty good shape. And we just need to make sure that the Fonterra milk price doesn't stay low for too long. Look, early news on the Auckland housing market is that some of the restrictions that the Reserve Bank have introduced on the 1st of October are possibly starting to have a little bit of an effect. I think that would be a good thing if they did. Certainly the LVR restrictions have meant that our lending probably is safer than it would have been in the past, because people need larger deposits. The fact remains that there's a lot of people coming to Auckland looking for houses, and there's not enough houses being built over the last few years. So there will still be a housing shortage for a while, and I think that will underpin property prices. So I think it would take large-scale unemployment or the withdrawal of foreign capital to put a real shock on the economy, and that's not really on the horizon at the moment. Well, I think with branches we've spent a lot of money over the last few years getting our footprint right. I think we're just about there now, about 85% of the country. We've also started to experiment with new concepts, for example, some home loan only centres. So with a smart ATM there, but obviously smaller premises. So just thinking about how we might look in the future. And then we've also done some container branches where we think the numbers might be good enough, but we'll put a container branch there first, and if the numbers show that we can get the right traffic flow, then we can follow through with a larger investment building a full site branch. So, but we're nearly there, we've nearly got it right now. I think it's really possible to keep the momentum up. I mean, we're not changing our strategy because it's working. We're continuing to invest in the brand, do more advertising, We still think we can grow our brand consideration. That leads to more people choosing us. Our people in the branches and in the regions are doing a great job of getting involved in the community. That's really having payback for us in terms of growing our business as well. We've grown customer numbers at record numbers last year. The momentum there is looking really good as well. If everybody does their job, if everyone focuses on delivering another personal best next year, well, I think we really can have another good year next year as well.